Muddy Water is literally the perfect Stray Kids song for me. Yo, I'm so happy since this album dropped. By the way, this entire album is one of my favorite albums Stray Kids has ever released. I haven't been talking about it much. I've been really busy, but I've been listening to this nonstop. This is my top three. Top three with I Am Who, Miro, and now Ordinary. Holy shit, this album is good. But today, I just want to focus on Muddy Water because this song is literally perfect, in my opinion. Okay, not literally perfect. There's one change I would make, and I'm going to do that first, and then we're going to go through each rapper individually. Hopefully I have timestamps down there so you can, just listen to who you want to listen to. But the one change I would make to this song to make this perfect is double the verses for each rapper, including Hyunjin and Felix. Double all of them so they all get 16 bars each at the slow tempo, and get rid of one of the hooks. I would love it if it was just you start off with Felix like you do, but he gets double the amount of time. And then you get a Hyunjin verse right after with double the amount of time. And then you get that hook with all four of them doing their own different parts. And then you get a double the amount of time Changbin verse, double the amount of time Jisung verse to end it. And maybe just like a little outro or something. I don't know. Something like that, because BTS has cyphers with 3 rappers going, right? And 2 hooks in it and still manage to do it in under 5 minutes. They could do it too. I'm just saying. And I would be happy with that. But that is the one change I would make. Let's get into why it's literally perfect, though, because other than that one change, this is literally perfect. And that's a very picky change. That's just me being a greedy motherfucker and being like, I want more. So let's get into this. Just remember, I'm doing this kind of live. That's why Hani's here. She's one of my screens for my stream. Say hi to Hani from EXID, everyone. Now let's get into the actual screen I'm using. And we'll dive into this. And obviously, we're just going to go left or right. And I'm going out of pace. Hold on. I'm doing this live. As in, I'm not editing this in post. It's just kind of me talking. We're having a little discussion. I'm sharing why this is amazing. So please excuse any uhs or ums or like small dead space I might have in here. I really wanted to make this video. I think this is the best way for me to make it. I've been struggling on how I want to deliver this, but I'm just so impressed with all 4 of these guys. Felix, Han, and Hyunjin, and Changbin that I just need to make a video on all 4. So I'm doing it this way. So let me get this over so we can see our boy Felix right there. Okay, so let's dive into this, and we're going to start off with Felix, actually, because we're just going to go, first to last. We're going to go Felix, Hyunjin, Hook, Changbin, Han. And I'll see how fast I can do this. So, let's start off with Felix and why I'm actually happy. And I'm just going to say this for Felix and Hyunjin. They both wrote their own raps. I don't know how many of you know that. I'm sure most of you watching this probably do know this. And I think this is the first time they've both written their own raps on a Stray Kids song. I could be wrong. Please tell me more if they have down in the comments below. And I've just been kind of like turned a blind eye to it and I haven't noticed. But if this is the first time that they've written their own song and haven't had 3Racha write their lyrics for them, I am so happy that we finally get to hear Felix and what he sounds like when he's writing a rap, and what Hyunjin sounds like when he's writing a rap. We'll get to Hyunjin in a second. Let's look at Felix. Because Felix, I've always thought was, a pretty weak rapper in terms of K-pop. And he did a wonderful job here, because one of the biggest things I felt Felix always lacked was enunciation in his delivery, which I'm trying to over enunciate right now, which is like making sure you express every sound of a syllable. And I always felt like Felix kind of lacked, because he was just that deep voice guy, right? Because if you don't know the Victory Song thing, like you don't really need to enunciate everything, because you're focusing on that deep voice, right? Or if you're doing like a mixtape 3, right? I have this right here to play this part real quick. If you listen to this real quick. Okay, so that's kind of the vocal part. But you can hear he kind of doesn't enunciate. He just kind of blends his sounds together, right? Just please stop asking how I did it. Lay my business because my markings on my... Just please just stop. It's sing rappy, but he's kind of blending all those syllables together. And I think in Muddy Water, he did an excellent job of leaving space in between his syllables, and it sounds so good to me. I almost said fucking good, and I wanted to censor myself, but now I'm not censoring it anymore because I said it. But anyways, let me show you. I think it's best shown. I think the absolute best part of Felix enunciation is on the second bar. dirt on my high top, right? Normally, I think normally, like, if you did this like 3 years ago and had Felix rap this, it'll be like, dirt on my high top, something like that, right? But Felix goes, dirt on my high top. And each thing has their own rhythm. That wasn't 100% accurate, please. I was just like a little rendition I was trying to do off the top of my head. But let's listen to this real quick. Every syllable has its own beat. Dirt on my hot top. And it's spaced out where it's not an exact it's not like da 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 da. It's so cool. I really like that. And Felix wrote it himself, so I'm sure I can hear some Bangchan in this. I think Bangchan definitely helped with the writing. I could be wrong. Bangchan, if you watch this, please correct me in the comments below if Felix did, in fact, write all this himself. Because if he did, I still hear inspiration from, you know, Bangchan's raps in 3 Roger. Like, it sounds very, very similar in terms of how they both rap. This Muddy Water rap. I'm so proud of Felix, though. This is one of my favorite raps. It's definitely top 3 with Mixtape 3 and Maze of Memories. This is going to be number 3. I do love Victory Song, by the way. That's my guilty pleasure because it's just so much fun to listen to. But, I mean, it's not the best rap in the world, but it's just so much fun to hear his deep voice, man. Do-do-do. Okay, anyways, I'm off topic. Let's move on to Hyunjin, because I'm already like 6 minutes into this video, and I just can't stop talking about Felix. And I'm not going to be able to stop talking about Hyunjin, because Hyunjin is this, like, okay, it's not the same. But it isn't the same in the fact that Hyunjin also wrote his own lyrics. He wrote his own lyrics, and so we got to hear what rapper Hyunjin sounds like, which is something I've always wanted to hear. Like, we know what rapper Hyunjin sounds like when Changbin, Jisung, and Bangchan gave Hyunjin lyrics and told him to rap. Like, obviously we've heard him rap before, but we've never, at least I don't think I've ever heard him rap something that he wrote. So this is literally from Hyunjin's brain. So we get to hear what Hyunjin wants to sound like as a rapper. And it literally answered every doubt I've had about Hyunjin. It's that powerful to me, this Muddy Water rap. My biggest doubt I've ever had on Hyunjin is he wasn't, like, if you want to call it this, unique enough. He just sounded like a stereotypical idol rapper when he rapped to me. I mean, it sounds good. I understand why people like his rap, but I feel like you could take a lot of K-pop idols and just place them in for Hyunjin, and they would do as good of a job as Hyunjin those raps. But I'm so happy because he wrote his own rap now, and we got to hear what he sounds like. And he has such a different style than the stereotypical K-pop rapper, and he has such a different style than even his own bandmate rappers of Jisung and Changbin especially. Because I'll get into Jisung and Changbin, don't worry. But Changbin, you guys know, is much more of an experimental rapper, right? He likes to play with these different things that you're not going to expect. These different rhythms, which we're going to talk about, and these different ideas. And Felix, or I mean, not Felix, Jisung is much more of this smooth, tonal rapper. He uses his voice to make these rhythms sound super smooth and flowy together while still enunciating, and everything sounds really clean. Hyunjin? Listen to this. He's got that lazy rap, baby, and that's the one thing that isn't in Stray Kids, is that lazy rap, as something I call lazy rap, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, by the way. If you don't like the way this sounds, I completely understand, but it's the type of way the K-hip-hop artist Swervy raps. It is the type of way Bobby has been rapping recently, in Kingdom and on his some of his features recently. He has been doing this very lazy, slurry type of rapping, but not in, like, you know, an on purpose type of way. And that's what Hyunjin's doing here. It's a very delayed, and it's still like, it's still a little bit enunciated. You can hear the little parts of the cadence he wants there to be a pulse on, and the rest is kind of a blur, at least to my ear, and I love that. Stray Kids needed this. Well, okay, they didn't need it, but I think Hyunjin needed this, because I always felt Hyunjin was just kind of there. Like, he was good, but like he wasn't, like, he didn't have that niche of the rapping in Stray Kids. Felix had that deep voice all the time. Jisung had that smooth rap. Bangchan had that, you know, that saucy It's a bit of an Australian accent to his English rapping and very lyrical, intense rapping. And then Changbin has that experimental flow. And then Hyunjin was just kind of like the normal K-pop rapper. But this has made me so happy because Hyunjin sounds like Hyunjin to me now. I don't know. I could put an identity on his sound, if that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. And I just love it. I love the way he sounds now. I'm 10 minutes into this. I'm sorry. I am so happy with this song. Hopefully that comes across in this video, and hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, please leave a like halfway through the video. Hell yeah. Let's move into the hook now before we get into Changbin and Jisung's part, because I have some stuff to say on them. Honestly, it's stuff I've already said before, but yeah. You know what? Let's just start with Changbin and Jisung now in the hook. This part of the hook, I said this back in 2021. I forgot what it was. I think it was Stray Kids' or 3RACHA's performance on Loud when they did, was it God's Menu or Backdoor or something like that. Maybe it was Thunderous. Either way, Changbin and Jisung made a new rap and they rapped back and forth. And I'm like, oh, I want them to do this in a Stray Kids song. That would be so awesome.
Breathe in, work it, move in, sit down and listen for once.
Yeah, they did it. I'm so happy. I love that. I love Changbin and Jisung playing with each other's flow. Oh, it's so good. I've wanted this for so long. I'm sorry. I just need to point that out on the hook because even the hook makes me happy. This is something I literally said months ago I want in a Stray Kids song. And the next Stray Kids album, we have it. I don't know. I'm just so happy. Okay, now let's move on to the actual rapping of Changbin and Jisung. I just wanted to point out in the hook because the hook's just really solid. I do really enjoy the hook. But I would have been happy with just one hook and, extra long raps. But let's get into Changbin's rap. Changbin actually is more complex than it sounds. I wanted to make a Changbin-only video on Muddy Water just because I love his rap in this. But it's taken me forever, and I'm struggling trying to find the rhythms in this. It is so unorthodox. I don't think it's as complicated like Ta or anything. It's just like very loose, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to find the right notation to get it to be perfect. And I'm struggling because Changbin's so experimental. But the one thing I can show you to point out is this part right here. I love. Hold on. I adore this. I was early. Okay, here we go. I adore this. And then he comes back in and ends it with sticker, right? Why do I adore that, you say? Well, first off, it's just fun to listen to that. It's a little throwback to the Mirror Mirror rap when he did that high-pitched part 2, which I adore, but he doesn't do that on the downbeat. He does that on the upbeat. And sure, he does end the last bar on the downbeat, but he starts this next bar on the upbeat. So, okay, just to quickly explain what that means real quick. I have this right here. I haven't notated it. I was hiding it this whole time. Surprise! I do have some notation in this video. We're talking about this part right here. And I will play this along with you just so you guys can hear that. Hopefully you don't get copyrighted too much. Let's, I started. No, stop. I started one too late. Right here. One. Right. So it's something like that, right? This is the end of the last bar right here. And he starts this bar on the upbeat here. Now you might, okay, well first off, this should be notated like this. Again, I just quickly did this. But anyways, my point is, he's doing this little diddle rhythm, diddle flow. Didda, which most people would do 1 E, a 2, a 3, E, and 4 N, right? That's how you would do it, like 1 E, a 2, a 3, E, and 4 N. That's how you would do this type of flow. Changbin's starting on the N, so it's and E. I can't even do it off the top of my head. And E, N, 3 E, a 4. Yeah. And it's so weird to start it on the upbeat. I haven't heard that in K. Changbin just every time makes a rap I have not heard in K-pop yet on the upbeat. Not to mention he threw a 30-second in here. He's rapping 30-second notes in. Granted, it's a slow tempo. Like, okay, it's a slow tempo, but he's throwing in little 30-second note diddles. I don't know. I love Changbin's rapping, man. He throws in these little spicy rhythms for me every time that just fine. And it's just like a little gold, like a little treasure hunt in an already pot of gold. It's like, here's a pot of gold. Find the diamond in it. Like, I can't be unhappy ever with Changbin's rap. It's just always so fucking good. I'm always so happy. But that's not it. Let's go to Jisung real quick. My boy Jisung, man, is so fucking smooth. And I'm just gonna play it on here for you before I even play the part. You guys will just hear it. Yeah, that's Jisung's rap in this song. I mean, it's not as fast as rap by any means, but he's doing sextuplets, and it's a slower tempo, so it makes the sextuplets a bit easier. You can take super fast triplets at 180 BPM or something. One triplet, two triplet, two triplet, four triplet, one triplet, two triplet. But he's doing sextuplets at 90 BPM. And oh my gosh, he makes it so smooth. I literally just made a video on this the other day. Where is it? Or not where, I'm not gonna pull up the video, but my boy Jisung is doing like, he starts off with this very spacious, slow, straightforward flow. Very eighth note oriented. Or 16th note oriented as well, but you get the idea, right? And then they break into the sextuplets. I can't even do it as smooth. It's just so smooth. He gets it so good. Just a. Oh my gosh, it hits so good for me. I don't know. I'm just so happy. Jisung just sounds so smooth, and everything he does just blends together so well. He's so good at finding a cadence and a rhythm that fits the beat. Literally. Like, people who just diss Changbin, like, oh, he's not a good rapper, it never fits the beat, he's running away from the beat, whatever. Just listen to Jisung then. Jisung's literally the opposite. He's literally always just perfectly, like, the perfect rhythm that goes with that beat. Jisung has it. And, like, right here is these sextuplets. This is perfect for this beat, this tempo, and this everything. Oh, yes. So clean. So clean. And he's so smooth with it. And this tone, it fits it so perfectly, too. I love Jisung's rap. Literally, this is perfect. That's what I'm trying to say in this 20-minute video. This song is literally perfect, that I needed to make one long video about all four of them. I couldn't just focus on Changbin, even though I wanted to, because Changbin's part is just that great. But I needed to talk about all four of them, how proud I am of this song, how happy I am I get to listen to this masterpiece of a song with that jazzy acoustic piano that's in an old school type beat. Like, oh, I don't know. It's just so good. It's so good to me. And I just want to spice up this video at the end here. If you made it to the end, you get this spicy little conclusion. And you can fight me in the comments if you don't like it. But after this album drop, not just Muddy Water, even though I think Muddy Water's proved so much to the K-pop world if they want to listen to it. Not just Muddy Water. You can look at Venom. You can look at the title track Maniac. You can look at the raps in Charmer and Freeze. Changbin, Jisung, Felix, and Hyunjin. Not even including Bangchan, because he's technically not the rap line. They are the best rap line in K-pop. I 100% believe that now, and I'm going to end on that. I hope you guys enjoyed. K-pop is up the safe way. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Bye!